out. She come knock on the door, wake me up at like 4 in the morning. She's like, you got to clean the tub out. Like, cool. I get up, go clean the tub out. Goes back to sleep. She wait a nice little minute till I fall asleep though. Knock on the door again. Boom, boom. She like, hey, you forgot to wash the dishes. So I go downstairs to wash the dishes, but it was like very odd because all the lights was on. She was on the phone, walking around, pacing back and forth, talking, drinking coffee. The TV was on. It's like 4 in the morning. Like, what the fuck is going on? I go wash the dishes and shit. And I go back upstairs, go to sleep again. She waits till I fall asleep again. Like, wait a nice little minute. Come back to the door.
Okay, this
boom,
is
boom.
evil.
Knock on the door again. Like, what's going on? So I come downstairs. She like, you forgot a dish. It was a coffee cup she was drinking out of.
That is so childish. That is so childish.
Bruh, that's just being petty, bruh, in my opinion.
While I was washing the dishes. I turned around, I'm like, what's going on? She's like, get your shit, get the fuck out of my house. Just like that. And I'm just like, cool.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Bruh, parents like that, bruh.
Stop it. Get some help.
That is not parenting, bruh. That's abuse, bruh.
Cool. Like I felt it coming anyway. Like we never had a good relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I felt it coming and shit. So
How old you?
17.
Okay.
So I grabbed my shit, you know what I'm saying, whatever I could grab, put it in the car. And you know what I'm saying, I pull up on like one of the safer blocks in the neighborhood, pull up, sleep in the car, whatever. My father get off work at like 7 in the morning. He usually in the garage. He don't go in the house till like probably 8:30 and shit. He be standing in the garage and shit all day, all morning. So I know where you finna, you know, I pull up on him and shit and I tell him what happened. Like, you know, mom's kicked me out last night. It was crazy because me and my pops was like super close when I was a kid. I was the only child. I'm expecting this nigga to just, what the fuck you mean she kicked you out? Da-da-da-da-da. That nigga told me, he was like, bro, one day it was just gonna be me and her anyway. So whatever she say is what it is.
Damn,
Damn.
that's your daddy. Your daddy really said that. Wow. So obviously we know who runs the household, bro.
Oh my God.
Yo, what a disappointment, man. I went to my dad is, oh well, sorry, son. Whatever your mama says goes. Damn. So you just there for bills.
Nigga, that hurt my feelings.
Me and my grandma was close. That was like my mother figure. She told her some shit like I hit her in the head with a Kool-Aid pitcher and ran away. And I'm like, I know my grandma don't believe that shit.
Right.
But she positioned it, even though I feel like people knew it was a lie, it was positioned like it's him or me. Like if you let this nigga come stay with you, I'm not fucking with you. She made sure I didn't have nowhere to go. I used to go to this nigga Marcus' crib and talk to him till like 1 a.m. till he got sleepy. He'd be like, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'd be like, shit, I don't feel like walking to the crib. Just go sleep on the nigga couch. Cause I didn't want to tell niggas that I was homeless. Like the shit I used to have to do on a daily basis was just like crazy. And like I blame them for all that shit.
Damn, that's a dark story, man.
Man, that's that deserves another.
Oh, the humanity.
We definitely gotta find the full version of this though. Definitely. Roses are dead.
I guess my first take is, since we're just watching just the clip of what he was saying, how I can relate to it. My parents, you had to really do something really like messed up for them to put you out. I had very easygoing parents. Well, they were strict, but they were easygoing at the same time. So it was like there was some things they would harp on, but coming from like a Haitian family, I'm telling you, bro, like they'll let you live there until you're full adulthood. Now, that's not a good thing for you mentally if you want to grow, especially as a man, but they'll let you live there till you like 40, 50, 60, till you old. Like, you know, they don't just kick you out in the street like that. They like, you have to do something really effed up. Like you got to be on some real BS, or you're not following like the path they had laid out for you or something along those lines. But hearing his story, man, yep. I have friends who went through something a little bit similar where, yeah, man, some people just come from toxic households, man. So it's always good to know that just because your family was good don't mean a lot of other people's were. Like, you gotta, I used to think like how my family was normal. But when I go out into the world, I realize, oh yeah, people messed up out here, man. Like Like, yeah, you hear one or bad stories about a family. Yeah, of course. But when you hear like multiple, like half the people you know, they all come from like troubling households. It's kind of like a side eye. Like, dude, I thought there was way more good families than bad, but that's not always the case. The statement that he made, where he said him and his dad were really close, and then the mom made that accusation, and he kind of had to follow. I know it's kind of like it's messed up on the dad for not taking the son's side and like looking further into the issue. I'm gonna put it in two ways. The first way is that when you're a husband and wife in a house, you have to be unified in your decisions, because if one doesn't agree with the other and the kids follow the ones that agree with them, then that's going to create a division in the household. It's going to be like everybody against the other person type of deal, right? So even though he may not agree with it, he has to follow what she says because they're married. It's only them. Like if he was to take her side, if he was to take his son's side, it would make her look like, oh, she's just out of her mind and like silly girl. Like your decisions don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna kind of cause a rift in the household. Now we see it for what it is. We know that she was on that BS and still, put him out. And the dad was like, well, happy wife, happy life, man. You were supposed to be out anyway, eventually at some point. So I guess you got to go, brother. And this is where I say, like, society likes to make men think like they're the ones in control. And I say that's cap all day. I've already said this. A lot of dudes will drop you for a girl. Whether it's your father, your uncle, your grandpa, I don't care who it is. A lot of dudes act tough until their wife come through or a girl comes through. They're gonna take the girl's side no matter what. This is why as dudes, we can never come together or team up, because unless it's like a really like something like football or like some kind of
Sports related.
I wouldn't even say sports related. Like there's an activity that requires team, requires team building, then yeah, dudes will stick together for their own reasons. Not that they even really like each other. They're just there for the activity, and then they just got to deal with each other, which is something that I feel like men do a lot better than women do. That's just my personal opinion. Unpopular opinion, but that's just me. But when that situation is said and done, these dudes go their different ways. These dudes don't really want to unify. They really just want to find the chick they can bust in and follow her all the way till their life ends. So as much as I feel bad for him, actually this was good for him, because this is going to help him grow later, which obviously I'm sure he's doing well. But to keep the long story short, if you're a guy, don't expect the men in your family to be as strong as you. Let's say you're a strong guy. Don't expect them to be the same as you. They're not. They're probably just holding on tight to keep their marriage together. They're like, I ain't trying to slip up nothing, son. I'm trying to make sure she stays. So if it's between you and her, it's going to be you, son. So never expect the elder men in your family to be as strong as you are. You may have a strong mentality, but don't expect the rest of them to. They just there, okay? The question you should ask yourself is, why are they even there in the first place? But we don't ask ourselves that question until we go out into the real world, and then we see the relationships of our friends, people on the external, and then everything starts to make sense once you start to see more evidence of whatever you might be thinking. But shout out to him for putting out this story, because a lot of kids carry stuff in the dark. They don't talk about a lot of this stuff because it's like, it's painful to talk about. Like, you don't want to look like a complainer, like, oh, I didn't make it because of my parents. You don't want to be that guy. But sometimes your parents be your biggest enemies, bro. They be the ones out here trying to destroy you. But I'm gonna let you go ahead on that.
Well, this is just the main reason why, if you're like in a good, positive household, you're very blessed, because other people that out there are not in the same predicament as you. You having a father and a mother that love each other and have a positive outlook in life, and they and they take care of you, that's a blessing within itself that a lot of people don't really take gratitude for because they just think that, oh, my parents are going to be there, it's whatever, but it's only gonna be a limited time your parents are going to be here on this earth, and it's just that you were in a good established home and you should take advantage of it because a lot of these people that are in there, they got not good parents, always toxic, childish, and like a breakup dynamic with the mother and the father. And it's just that in this clip that we saw here, he had a bad relationship with his mom. She will always find him petty things to do, like why are you waking up your child early in the morning to do chores? Just like she was already planning to get rid of him. But I also want to know why. This is only just a clip. I want to know why he had a poor relationship with his mom and what stemmed from it and why that she was doing these petty things prior to the event and what he said. And also about his dad. Like you said, he already had establishment with his dad, which was positive at the time. And then when he told him about his predicament, he's like, well, I mean, hey, look, you gotta listen to your mom and it just is what it is. And hey, you just had to go make it on your own. And given in this predicament that he was in, his own father was like, damn, like you supposed to be my dad, you supposed to be the man in the house, you supposed to like problem solve and try to figure out what was the issue and blase. And he's like, you just gonna throw me under the bus like that. This would be a definitive factor that if he never wanted to associate with his parents, especially his dad, I wouldn't even be surprised by it, because this was a turning point in his life that this could be something that could be easily been solved or somewhat figured out. But you put your foot down and stuck with her, and it's just like,
No, he made a statement. He said that his dad said, "Oh, well, you were supposed to be out anyway." He said that. That means that prior to that incident, they already talked. Him, his dad, and that mom already talked that he was going to move out. They were going to make plans for him to move out anyway, because they wanted to do whatever they wanted to do in that house with each other. They wanted the house, because that's the goal usually for most parents. Like, you don't want your kid around you 24/7. You know what I'm saying? You can't really get down and crazy, the way you want.
Let's say he's 17 years old. This is the thing. They kick their kids out at 18, don't teach them shit, and they expect them why they get messed over.
You're an adult at 18. You can go to jail for life at 18. It's
That's
not
true.
Nobody said that's what I'm saying is accept the evil. Don't try to justify or try to understand why it is.
You gotta understand. You
gotta understand it. Just accept it.
You're at high school, bro. You're at high school. These are your parents. I mean, yeah, give or take your relationship with them, but you don't know the real world out there. Oh, I could just accept it, bro. You're 18. What the way you know about it?
But context is important. The dude literally said his dad's first reaction was like, "Well, you were supposed to be out."
Well, his daddy didn't have his best interest.
He already, bro. And what I'm trying to tell you is the mom wanted him out for a long time anyway. She just did things to push him to get out because she didn't want to say it directly to him until she found a justifiable reason. And I know parents that are like this. They don't want to tell their kid to get out, or you don't want to tell somebody to get out. So you piss them off enough to make them want to leave, or you accuse them of doing something. Like in this case, when he finally talked back to her, it made her mad. And then that's when she was like, "Get out of my house." So it took him speaking. Like if he just went and did it and didn't say nothing, she probably would have still been mad. But she like, damn, it didn't work. She was doing things on purpose to get him to leave. She didn't want him. She was already putting the soil. She was already planting the seeds to get him to feel riled up enough to want to just get out on his own. But like I said, when he talked back to her, that gave her enough push to be like, okay, get out, because you wasn't supposed to talk back. That's why what I'm saying is they put the rules, when they say it's my house, my rules, they want you to break it so they have an excuse to kick you out. So what I'm saying is they were already ready for him to leave at some point. Even though he's 17, that's one more year from 18. Now, I get it. Did they teach him, or are they preparing him to be ready for the outside world? And I said this about Black families in general. I feel like a lot of us the parents don't prepare the kids for the world, because the world is cold. You don't have your credit right. You don't have like knowledge about banking and getting an apartment or getting a house. and about jobs and 401ks. If you don't have this prior knowledge before going into that, you're going to go through a lot of trial and tribulations on your own. And hopefully you're not too way off on the deep end of those mistakes. Hopefully they're just slight mistakes. You can just make a subtle adjustment. But that's that point, because I can play it back if you want me to play it back. But he said, as soon as he told the dad, he said, well, you was supposed to leave. he already, so that means the dad prior already knew the mom was complaining about it. The mom was already saying it, the dad didn't tell him that. That's why I said you cannot trust the men in your family. I've already said this. Dudes have this, like, we have this camaraderie with each other. Like, we're not like the other gender. Dudes backstab each other all day. They just don't say it. They just not as, I guess, conniving as the chicks be. But bro, we do the same thing. Like, imagine my dad knowing that my mom wanted to put me out, but not gonna tell me because he's afraid to hurt my feelings. But then you side with her anyway in my face, bro. Come on, bro. That I've dealt with this before.
To me, that's personally me. I said, I mean, dude, the mom runs the relationship and the thing.
Oh, it's like, obvious. Yes, yeah, I agree with that. It's obvious.
I look at my daddy, but like, bro, you lame as hell. I just look at you. I'm like, yo, you lame.
Hey,
I don't.
But what I'm saying is, don't put your aspirations of how you think they are. Accept them for who they are. When I had to realize that I'm stronger than other individuals, I can't condemn them for being weak. I can only hold myself accountable and prove to them through my actions and my words that I am who I am. At the end of the day, no matter how good of a relationship he had with his son, he's about to be a grown man. You need to leave anyway. So he's just gonna agree with the wife, because I feel like dudes make those kind of adjustments for women. I mean, bro, y'all could come at me sideways for this, but this is what I've seen growing up, bro. Like, dudes will have a good relationship, and if a woman says something or makes an opposite opinion, bro, they will side with her if they agree with it. They will not agree with the dude, even if they know the dude is right. Because what you're saying is correct. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I completely agree. Like, you had a good relationship with your son, you could at least hear him out. You could at least talk to the man and be like, yo, you know, hey, I'm going to talk to your mom. I'm going to talk to your mom. I'm going to calm her down. Tell her, hey, you know, you need to chill out. You know, y'all just had a little dispute. Y'all just apologize to each other, kiss and make up, and we leave it at that. But no, I'm telling you, that's unrealistic, bro. They're not going for that, bro. Because if he agrees with the son, she gonna put him out too. She gonna be like, oh, you want to agree with him? I'm getting a divorce. Now both you and the dad are strung out. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you and your son live together and make it work.
Nah, bro. He ain't doing that.
Yo,
He ain't, no.
You and your son live together and make it work. Because you know he's gonna live with his daddy because all the relationship with the mom is gone. You and your son would make it work together.
Bruh, no, bruh.
Because I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he said he was the only child.
Yeah, he said he was the only child.
So he doesn't have to worry about child support, because it's only probably if she's not working, the highest he probably have to worry about is probably alimony. Mm-hmm. But that'd be the least of his worries, bro.
Because he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. That means he would have to choose. You can already tell that the wife has a strong hold in the household. So he already knows, the dad already knows, if he agrees with the son and tries to save the son, he gonna go underwater with him. That's what the wife is gonna do. She gonna, oh, you wanna agree with him? You going off too. She probably not somebody who's willing to listen. You gotta think, he's been with this woman for this long. He's raised them for 17 years. He knows how she is. He knows she ain't gonna listen. So he just went along with it. He had a choice. He could have chose his son. He could have chose his wife. He's going to choose his wife, bro, because that's who he invested in. He's not going to choose the son. The son is about to be grown. I might as well just take my L and be like, look, love you, dad. Love you, mom. Whatever. I'm going to go do my own thing. I just feel like arguing with these people, trying to get them to accept you, bro, is a waste of time, bro. Just know that people had their ill intent for you, and that's just the way it is. You just got to accept it. Just be happy that you didn't, nothing terrible happened to you in the process. Even though, yeah, it hurt you emotionally, but like the saying goes, what don't delete you. I don't want to say the word. What don't delete you
Just
makes
say
you
it.
stronger. What don't kill you makes you stronger, right? So that's my side. Because I've seen guys go through this, like where one parent may not like them as much as the other parent, and then they try to get the other parent to. You don't want to be in that situation, bro. You just don't, because that's between them. I'd rather leave it between them and I go my own way. Forget what they talking about, bro. They don't want me here. Cool. I'll pack my bags. I'll be gone. But I just know one thing. I'm never gonna forget it though. That's the thing. You don't forget. Don't forget what they did to you, but just accept it for what it is. Accept them for who they are and their decisions, their pettiness, their evilness, their connivingness, their positivity, their good, whatever it is that they are. Accept them for who they are and move it. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Your parents are just supposed to nurture you up to adulthood. So eventually you should be planning your exit to begin with, you know? Especially if you grew up in a black household. Sorry, black people. I'm sorry, bro. But a lot of y'all just go through this, bro. I'm sorry. And I don't care anybody in the diaspora. I'm not even going to say just black Americans, Haitians, or Africans. All of us go through this, bro. Like, our parents don't give us nothing in Lion King. Go be king. Like, kick us out in the wild and expect us to survive. A lot of us don't have that preparation that other races or cultures prepare their kids for. They don't. A lot of us don't have that, bro.
Just send you out to the wolves,
Just
man.
just make it happen, bro. Make something out of nothing, bro. Just go do it.
Man,
If
you ain't hearing nothing from me afterward. I tell you that. I've been like, yeah, I would have been like, yeah, you know, probably say hi, bye, but don't ask nothing for me.
Yeah.
Especially the mom. I said, don't ask nothing for me. I'm like, oh, go ask your husband to help you, bro.
Not your father.
go ask your husband. No, don't ask nothing for me. Good
Yeah.
on that.
Fire topic, man. Very fire topic, because it's not really talked about. Because we have this whole, I mean, I get it. In the scriptures, it does say, always respect your parents no matter what they are or how bad they are, because they're the ones who gave you life and brought you onto this planet. So, I mean, I agree with that, but that doesn't mean you can love them from a distance, though. I know that. I can love them, but I don't have to be all up under them either. So, that's just me.
But I guess that would conclude. We gotta, help. Damn, I've lost my train of thought. Also, said about the video as well. Please leave in the comment section down below. And also, we appreciate the support of our channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you want to help support us with the merch, we have a link for that in the description down below. So once again, we appreciate you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell if you haven't already. If you guys have any recommendations or feedback, you hit us up on our social media or email down below. And then we see you guys in the next video.
Peace.
Lost in the ocean.